Hey everyone, my name is Anthony Cofrancesco from brainyflights.com, and today I'm going to be talking about the Delta Reserve Sky Miles card from American Express. Now, before I jump into the content of this video, I'm going to remind you, if you're applying for this or any of the cards we talk about on this channel, please use the links down in the description below. It really helps us out. So with no further ado, let's jump right in and we'll talk about the basics, starting with the sign-up bonus. Now, on this card, the sign-up bonus is a little bit confusing. To start off, you're gonna earn 40,000 Delta Sky Miles plus 10,000 MQMs after you spend $3,000 in the first 3 months of having your card. Now, on top of that, if you want to earn an additional 15,000 Sky Miles and 15,000 MQMs, you have to spend $15,000, not in the first 3 months, but in the first year of having the card. You can get an additional 15,000 Sky Miles and 15,000 MQMs after you spend $60,000 in the first year of having your card. So all in total, if you're able to spend $60,000 in 1 year after having your card, you'll get a total of 70,000 Sky Miles and 35,000 MQMs. Now with this card, it's pretty obvious you're gonna be earning a fixed type of point. You're gonna be earning Delta Sky Miles, which means you really only can redeem these miles in their best, highest value for flights on Delta Airlines. Now, if we're talking about earning the sign-up bonus, let's talk about how many points you're actually earning on the card. This card, it's super simple and it's really not that great. It's 2 points per dollar spent only on Delta Airlines and then 1 point per dollar spent on absolutely everything else. Now, if we're talking about the annual fee, it's not great, but it is pretty high. It's $450 a year. Now, if you're saying, wow, that's really, really high for this card, it's more than double what it costs to get the Platinum, there are a couple of reasons why. Number one is the companion certificate. Now, if you watch my other video on the Delta Platinum Sky Miles, you know that you get a companion ticket. But keep in mind, that companion ticket can only be used on economy flights. The difference is with the Reserve, the companion ticket can actually be used to redeem on first class flights. So if you buy one first class ticket within the US and you use your companion certificate, then you can get a whole second ticket completely for free. So that $450 just from using the companion certificate could actually pay for the annual fee. Now, on top of that, you also get access to the Delta Sky Club. Now, this is a really, really interesting perk, a really interesting benefit, because there's some other really high level cards, right? Like the Chase Sapphire Reserve that gives you access to Priority Pass. This card doesn't give you access to Priority Pass, it only gives you access to Delta Sky Clubs. And in my mind, the big advantage there is Priority Pass over years have become very, very crowded, right? A few years ago when no one knew about this travel hacking stuff, those lounges were empty. Now every time you go in, sometimes you can't even get in because it's too crowded, and sometimes it's very difficult to find something to eat or find some place to sit. Right? The cool thing about Delta Sky Clubs is if you're in a big Delta hub, there's not just gonna be one lounge, there's gonna be a handful of different lounges all over the airport. The Atlanta airport is a really great example of this. It's one of the biggest Delta hubs. In Priority Pass, there's really only 2 lounges in that entire airport. One of them is in the international terminal, and then one is a place that you can just pretty much go to sleep at, right? The big difference is if you're talking about Delta Sky Clubs there's not just gonna be one lounge in the terminal, there's gonna be multiple lounges in the terminal and probably one lounge that's very close to your gate, right? So that can be a very, very valuable benefit, especially if you're flying Delta a lot. Another one of the perks that you have is 20% back as a credit on in-flight purchases, right? So that's really great if you're flying Delta all the time. Maybe you're able to expense some of your in-flight purchases. That is a really great option to get 20% back as in statement credit. Now, a couple of the other smaller benefits, I think that Delta just squeezes these in here. Obviously, you're gonna get priority boarding. You get to get on the plane a little bit earlier, but if you're someone who actually has this card, chances are you're probably not really worried about the priority boarding. On top of that, you also get one checked bag for free, so that'll save you a little bit of money when you're going and purchasing tickets through Delta. And then on top of that, obviously a card with $450 annual fee, you're not gonna pay anything for foreign transaction fees. So with all that being said, I really hope you found this video to be helpful. Again, if you're gonna apply for either the Platinum Delta Sky Miles, the Delta Reserve card, I would highly encourage you to use the links down in the description below. On top of that, If you want to see some really cool travel merchandise, I would encourage you, go check out our website, brainyflights.com. And then last but certainly not least, if you want to learn more than you ever thought you wanted to know about travel hacking, please go and check out our course. It's 4 hours long, it's on Udemy, and it is called The Complete Guide to Travel Hacking. That being said, thanks again for watching. Have a fantastic day.